My name is Haley Werner, and I moved to Athens as a transfer to UGA from New Jersey in August of this year. I attended a Catholic church until about 4th grade when my family separated from practicing Catholicism. After that, faith was never really present or talked about in my house, and since going to church felt like a chore, I didn't feel affected by not having any affiliation. Growing up, I have always battled with anxiety, overthinking, having control, and the need to please everyone around me. This affected many aspects of my life and instilled a fear of the unknown in me. During my freshman year of high school, 2 of my older friends from dance invited me to go with them to a non-denominational church they'd been attending. I had never been to a non-Catholic church and did not know that religion could be so different from how it was presented to me. I enjoyed going and watched online through COVID, thinking I was doing the right thing, but still didn't truly have a relationship with Christ. As I became busy with school and dance, church was put on the back burner. In the summer of 2022, I hit a low point with moving parts of my life that I could not control. I left my job of 2 years, navigated changing friendships, didn't get into UGA, and committed to another school, then decided to stay home for a year 1 month before I had to move in. I suddenly felt the need to plug back into my faith, incorporating prayer daily and attending church. After being at my lowest low, the Lord started opening new doors in my life through new experiences, opportunities, and relationships. My life turned around. For the first time, I knew that God had been listening and was there for me, which ultimately brought me to accept Jesus as my Savior and pursue my faith further. My faith was something important and super personal to me, but because faith was not very prevalent in my home growing up, I didn't know how to talk about it with others. I'd been told by another Christian that I was not Christian enough and was not saved, without ever being asked or talking to them about my faith. This had a big effect on me because I knew the relationship I had with God, but this judgment made me question whether or not I was fit for faith just because it was something I kept to myself. After talking with my friend Michaela, who had also separated from Catholicism, she told me that this was not what being a Christian was about and to not let one person deter me from having a relationship with God. This past summer, I hit another bump in the road with a relationship ending right before I moved to Georgia. While this was extremely hard, I came to the perspective that if Christ was gained, nothing was lost. I understood that God has big plans for me, and I just have to trust in Him. Since coming to Athens Church, I felt more connected to my faith and the Lord than I have ever been before. I have been given an unexplainable amount of peace and trust that His plan and His timing will never be wrong. I no longer have the constant need to be in control, and I've been able to see things through a new lens, knowing that there is a God who loves me just as I am. I want to thank my friend Caitlin for always pushing me to dig deeper in my faith, and my friends Michaela and Brad for showing me what it is like to have unwavering faith and being there for me through every step of my journey. My faith is still really personal to me, but now I want to share it with others. Coming to Athens Church has inspired me to demonstrate through baptism how Jesus has changed my life in ways that others may not have previously known. I'm here today to publicly profess that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior.
Haley, I just want to say thank you for sharing your story with us. And I think this is a great opportunity just to remind you that God tells us in Ephesians 2 that we are saved by grace, not by works. Nothing that we could ever do could save us. Nobody's opinions, no action, not even this baptism can save us. It's grace. It's God's grace and God's love. So I think He wants you to know that you are loved, you are chosen. He wants to be with you, and you don't have to worry about what you've done or not done because He's done it for you. So it is my honor to baptize you in the name of the Father who loves you, the Son who gave His life for you, and the Spirit who lives inside of you.